Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to show you a really cool no-mythic team you can use for this faction assault in Illithia. First things first though, pop to the shop, make sure you've got the required tiers. At tier 1, you do pick up the rather handy Potion of Enchantment. All your allies start enchanted at the start of this battle for this event only, but bear in mind if your horde level is at level 100 or more in Illithia, you're already going to have a Potion of Enchantment stored, so no need to buy another one, unless you're going to buy more tiers, in which case you do need to buy them in order. So at tier 3, you will pick up a Illithian Servitor guaranteed, absolutely worth doing, very handy troop indeed. And at tier 4, you pick up the faction weapon, Forbidden Tome, a very handy weapon in its own little way. Steals magic from an enemy, weakening the power of their spells significantly, and shift it to attack, then enrage itself. So you're increasing your attack, and then enraging yourself at the same time, meaning that next skull hit is going to be an almighty great kaboosh to the enemy. So always worth picking up these extra weapons, even if you don't think they're that great, because it is another weapon added to your arsenal, which is always handy. Right onto the team itself. Now, I've never shown a Tesla team before in Illithia yet, but I'll do so now. Normally, you do actually run this with something like the Shield of Asgaia. That is the best way to go about it. Really good weapon, because you effectively get 2 barriers for the price of 1 when that's upgraded. But I'll show you in this one how to run it with the Golden Cog. Very good weapon indeed. Gives armor to an ally equal to their current armor. The important thing to remember about this is with Tesla is you don't actually have to cast it on Tesla to get the Tesla effect. Tesla does 8 true scatter damage boosted by all ally and enemy armor. So it doesn't matter who you cast that extra armor on from the Golden Cog, because the armor on your team is still going to be the same. Like if I cast this on Tesla and boosted her armor to what, 214, I don't have to keep on casting the Golden Cog on her to actually get that boost. But obviously you try and cast it on the same opponent more than once, because you double their armor. It's exponential growth. The first cast will put her onto 214, and the second one will put her onto like, what, 436? So yeah, exponential growth for that. So you cast it on the same troop if you can, multiple times to get that doubling of the armor each time to increase the power output. But what you can do is, if you get some brown at the beginning, you can collect that. You can cast Royal Engineer first, who gives magic-based armor to all allies. This is going to magnify that effect of the Golden Cog. And then you can cast it on maybe the second Tesla or the first one, whatever you prefer, probably the first one. And then get that nice power increase. Very straightforward team to use. And the more powerful the enemy gets, the worse it gets from the Tesla as well, because remember the damage output is increased by ally and enemy armor. So those high-level delves actually work against the enemy in a completely mad way, but really cool. Well, let's take a look at the banner for this. It's going to go for a Sunken banner from Sunken Fleet, +2 blue, +1 red, -1 green. And the awesome Geomancer class, very nice. Reduced damage from skulls by 50%. Keeps our armor high, which keeps Tesla's damage high. And all constructs start with 50% mana. And we can have stuff like impact. We can have anything there. They're all irrelevant for this one. Anti-magic sphere, tactician, rock solid, really good. Stone mastery. Normally prefer a tree of knowledge, but we don't collect green in this, so might as well go with stone mastery and good old fortitude. Right, so let's whiz through these early levels, then we'll jump into the delve itself on level 500 and show how we work it there. Because we have to play the team in a slightly different way on level 500 as we do on this one. So at the moment we've got a boost of 299 on my stats. You can get ready with Tesla really quick and just wipe through the enemy in a single cast. Kaboosh them out of there. And a mighty great electrified shredder you to death. One shot. Right, let's do the legendary run. Same idea, these early stages when you're going to wipe out the enemy nice and fast. Just grab some blue for Tesla. Send them packing. Stick on some Medals of Guard if you need to. Medals of Guard are going to increase armor on all your team. That increases Tesla's damage. And let's just get this mythic room done and then we'll jump into the delve itself. There's our blue. Like I say, you can get a boost on the Royal Engineer if you like, but there's no need to for this team. Yeah, let's just get our Tesla rocking and rolling. But now we do need the boost on the next levels, because I'm going to go to level 500 and show how we benefit from that mighty golden cog. Right, let's take this team into Illithia, level 500. My horde level is 105 on this, so it's not particularly higher than what you're going to have anyway. You want everything on level 100 as a minimum to make sure that when you do your faction renown, you get all those jobs done. And one of those is having your level 1 to level 100 at least. So we can have that there. All right, let's dive in. Now, I do change this actually. I'll change the class to Rune Feast on this. And the reason is you can get some submerge enemies sometimes, which is obviously an annoyance to Tesla because she then misses. You have to rely on either waiting for the enemy to become unsubmerged. You can hit them with Tesla or an awful amount of skull hits. So I do like to change to Rune Priest for this. So for the talent trees, we can still have impact, really good. Inflict stun when enemies deal skull damage. Serendipity is good as well though, but I do prefer impact. Vanguard, gain barrier at the start of battle, very useful. Razor armor, add 20% of armor to skull damage. I mean, it's not going to be that useful, that one, but these other two are completely useless, so we may as well have that one anyway. And besides, like, you may think, oh, that means I should cast the golden cog on itself to do extra skull damage, but you shouldn't, because what will happen is, if you take any random skull hits back, that's going to reduce your armor down. So when you cast your golden cog again, you're not getting the full effect of that doubling up of the exponential growth on your armor. Like if you cast the golden cog on the first Tesla, the second troop down, she's more safer in second place because she's not going to get those random skull hits. So basically you can double her armor, which stays at that amount, and when you cast golden cog again, you get a doubling of that doubled armor. So you get that lovely exponential growth. That's why Razor armor is actually not that important, but it's better than these two anyway. And we can have rock solid, gain a barrier when matching brown gems. Banishment, really good. That's what's important, to get rid of that random submerge, which can come along sometimes, and when it does, it's really annoying. So a 4-match sorts that out. And a fortitude. Right, let's get these battles done. So we have to run this slightly differently. We want to get them boosts first, get that nice power output. Just accidentally giving them a wallop around the chops. Didn't really want to do that because it reduces their armor, which reduces Tesla's power output. But we're already on a basic, excuse me, of plus 616. And that's just increased because the enemy's got more powerful. We've got barrier at first, so we don't mind giving them a potential skull hit. So what it's going to do is impact them, basically. Right, so we'll grab ourselves a bunch of armor. We can now cast this. I do prefer to cast it on the second Tesla. And the reason is, even though the hero has got more armor than Tesla, if the ally gets hit, if the troop up top gets hit, it's going to reduce their armor right down, which means if you need multiple casts of the golden cog, you're not going to get that exponential growth. So we'll cast it on our second Tesla. So when we cast that again, we're going to go straight to 1,000 armor straight away, which is really cool. Right, what should we do? Let's set ourselves up for some red potentially. Let's grab that. Second Tesla will be ready in no time at all. So the boost is 806, which is huge. They're nearly dead already. And the next Tesla's up next round, so that's going to absolutely wipe them all out. Now, I kind of want a submerged enemy to come along to show how we can benefit from that rather handy dispel. It really is useful. Because Tesla, no matter how much power she's got, if they're submerged, she ends up missing. Which means you have to literally to give the enemy their mana colours on purpose to make them cast their spell, to make them come up from being submerged. Alright, I'm going to grab that because it gives me red at the same time. Yeah, it's rather handy. So right now we've got a boost of 954, but what we can do, we can check this, what they're going to do, yellow to blue. Ooh, they get so much stuff from that, it is ludicrous. But we're going to have to roll with that. Let's get our boost first. See what they do. Alright, we're still doing 998 boost. See, the submerged, see, I'm so glad they've done that, because what we can do now, we can get our Tesla ready first. Let's get a nice boost up to 604. All we're looking for now is any 4-match to basically unsubmerge them. It may not happen absolutely straight away, of course, but we can have a little look around and see what's going on. Not seeing anything significant. I want to get brown barrier if I can, but I haven't got that either, so hey, we might as well give them a punch around the chops. Still getting... Come on, don't be annoying. Give me a 4-match somewhere. Right, well they're not submerged now, so we can stick on our damage. 937 boost. And they are done. And we head to the last room. If you want to pick off these extra rooms at the end to build up the room treasure multiplier, you can, but for the sake of the video, I'm just going to speed straight to the end. Yeah, that dispel, very handy for getting rid of submerged enemies. Let's get some red wallets there. And brown, we got our Royal Engineer up, as well as a barrier for the hero, which is handy, just saved us with some skull damage there. And we'll cast this. That's going to put Tesla to 600 armor. You can cast this now because it's only going to be 2 rounds before the second Tesla is ready to cast. 1,191 damage. Absolutely obscene. Next round, Tesla's ready. See you later, you lot. Oh! Oh, they survived by the skin of their undercrackers. So they did. Right, we'll have to wait then. We'll give them a punch around the chops because... Doesn't matter if they lose a bit of armor now. The second cast of Tesla's going to wipe them out anyway. They know they are doomed. And like I say, if you want to get the even bigger boost, you can cast it on her again. That's going to put her right to 1,000. No need, but just showing it for the sake of the video. Why didn't I collect red then? Hey, we finally got the blue we needed. And there it is. So very easy to get it done with this team. Like I say, you can go with it with a Geomancer class as well. That is kind of safer because you keep on getting the barrier. It's a bit faster because you get a 50% mana start and things like that. But if you get those submerged enemies, it can be a bit of a pain. So Rune Priest is a good class to switch to deal with those submerged enemies. But there's a video. If you enjoyed it, found it useful and helpful, be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching. I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.